much for accepting my invitation and being here tonight. I know we have been following up each other for a long time, but we made it today.
Yes,
Welcome.
finally. Thank you, Ranjini. Thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. And before we go ahead with the with the conversation, I want you to introduce yourself to the audience. Like, where are you joining from? What do you do? A little bit of your background, and the topic that you have chosen. It's a very interesting, conversation, today because I haven't done this in my 100 plus episodes so far. Like, you're the first one to put light on this topic. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so okay, my name is Monica Khyatani. I have been into this spiritual world or spirituality for the last 20-25 years, you can say. And I am in Mumbai presently, and I live here. And spirituality is something which I feel is the need of the hour nowadays, more so. In the earlier times, if you wanted to get spiritual, you would probably end up going to an ashram or living there and stuff of that sort, but that's not possible now.
Hmm.
You've got to handle your situations the way they are being here. And so that's how, like, spirituality really helps you in doing that, in guiding you towards living a more enlightened life, I can say. But
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And
So, in my personal opinion, like, I don't come from a background where spirituality as a practice is like, I have seen in the northern side of India, and like a
okay.
little more of
Yeah.
conversations around the spiritual gurus, the satsang jo hote hai na. I've never been, and nahi, I've never watched on TV. It was not a, in our upbringing, ye sab allowed nahi tha. So for me
Okay.
also, this topic
Okay.
is something I'm looking forward to because मेरे लिए भी ये एक learning experience रहेगा. So as we dive into, like, you have very well trying to integrate with the normal, like, you don't have to be a certain way. ये normal life में integrate हो सकता है. However, to proceed, I want to know ki how you will define it and how spirituality can be defined beyond religion. So this would be my first question that I want you to address.
Yes, I get this question a lot, Ranjini. It's like when I talk that I'm spiritual, then they ask me, okay, what religion are you following? Do you follow some guru? Do you follow this thing? And I'm like, no, not at all. Because see, religion is following a particular set of maybe rituals, a certain rules, following a deity, going to temples or church or wherever you may go as a place of worship.
Hmm.
But spirituality is very different.
Hmm.
Spirituality is your connection to your own self, you
Yeah.
know and the more connected you are to yourself, the more you come into the space of awareness, the more your lens changes, your vision changes of life. And what happens nowadays, because of the outer world and so many distractions and everything that's happening, we have become disconnected with ourselves.
Hmm.
So okay, so I will give you an example. Being connected to ourselves means being connected to our inner divine voice, being connected to our inner guidance. Some people can, it's also like being connected to your intuition.
Hmm.
Who listens? I mean, everybody has an inner voice.
Yeah.
We have all been blessed, but nobody listens. So spirituality grounds you. Spirituality, it's like your life. What I see with so many of my clients is about everybody else. What my mother is doing, what my friends are doing, what my colleagues are doing, what my boss is saying, all of that. But your life with spirituality, what it does, it brings you back to you,
Hmm.
because your life is all about you at the end of the day.
Beautiful.
And Yeah, and you check in, like supposing if your friend, for example, is going through a tough time, or is having a tough situation. So I know all of us would call in, your friend. You'll say, how are you doing, what's happening, what can I do to help you, and all of that.
Hmm.
But you don't check in with your own self. So
Okay.
spirituality teaches you that. I mean, that is how I teach all my clients, to empower you, to make you stronger, to make you, I mean, limitless, as we are. You know, uh, it's it's like, you're a human and you're a being. So it just widens your perspective. In a practical way, I try to explain it. I don't like to do the woo stuff with people that are like, oh my god, what? But it is a fact. It's like all of us have a sixth sense,
Hmm.
but who
Great.
actually really uses it? So yeah, so that is it. Connection to yourself is what
Yeah. So
spirituality is all about.
I also had, as you said, maybe if I have to look at myself a decade back, so maybe life was all about others and
Yes,
what is
yes.
expected out of you. And maybe मैं शायद मैंने अपने आप को मौका नहीं दिया, या फिर I never allowed it to happen कि I didn't, it was there with me unconsciously कि I used to have a conversation internal जो I would intuition जो
Hmm.
कहते हैं ना, there's an
Okay.
intuitive side of you. But spirituality जैसे it out of syllabus in our my life for बहुत time तक. But
Okay.
when I started to really look at fulfillment, look at really happiness, what really happiness क्या होती है, like it's like you chase one goal, then you go to another goal and another goal, and it becomes a race. So true happiness, fulfillment, so these questions led me to this journey of connecting with my own self first. So, and over a period, I have realized keys. When you say spiritual, it's all about your connection with that divine voice, is there with
Yes.
you. And
Yes.
it's all about really, going, deeper and aligning with it. It's a
Yes.
journey that we take.
It's a journey. Absolutely. There is no destination, let me tell you. It's a journey, but it's a
Yeah, and
beautiful journey.
as you rightly said, no, we need to check in, as often as
Yes.
we can to really just
Absolutely.
ground ourselves. So, moving on, like, having like, since I have an experience, I can really have a conversation
Yes.
with you around this. But as an expert, how do you see that this kind of self discovery or the spirituality, as we say, help someone have the resilience, build resilience and have an emotional balance? So how do you connect spirituality with this in life?
Okay. So see, as I said, it is a deeper connection with ourselves, deeper connection with our divine power. But now to access that divine power, we have to go through our mind and our emotions.
Hmm.
Now, every day, we use our minds as a dustbin.
Hmm.
You fill it up with garbage. You are reading left, right, and center, and it is filled. Like, even if you clear the trash can every day in your house, but
Hmm.
my dears, all do not clear the trash can of your mind. You
True.
may remember something that someone told you 10 years back, okay? And that thing might be hurtful for you. Today, you will create that same emotion of hurt even 10 years later,
Hmm.
because you've not processed the emotions, you've not processed the thoughts. You Now, when your mind is functioning like this, how is it going to be resilient? Because the minute somebody says something to you that causes you hurt, it will become a trigger. Once it becomes a trigger, you will go down that road of getting triggered, and maybe through that road there might have been some opportunities that you could have got, but because of the trigger, all those opportunities are finished.
Hmm.
So the first thing that we need to do is clear the trash can. As I always say, clear the garbage of all useless thoughts, all 90% of all our thoughts in a day are repetitive.
Yeah.
90%. Now you imagine that every decision that you make in your life comes from where? From your mind.
Yeah.
So what is the state of your mind? It is not a conducive state, it is not strong, it is not confident, it is not empowered, because we are just putting in all this garbage, useless thoughts, repetitive, as I said, irrelevant. Somebody said something to someone, this one, that one, the trend, and it goes on and on and on, and it never gets over. It's you're like, just stuck in a pattern. So
Yes.
that bit is not going to make you resilient for sure. So when a setback comes into your life, where you need that resilience, it doesn't happen. So the first thing that we need to learn is learning how to clear our mind every day.
Hmm.
And it's a very important thing. It's like your mind creates emotions.
Hmm.
You understand? For
Yeah.
example, if I tell you that create an emotion of happiness, Ranjini, for example, you
Yes.
cannot create an emotion of happiness till you don't have a thought that will create that emotion.
Yes.
I mean, I have studied this in such depth in the last 15, 20 years. I think I'm an expert. I'm like a mind queen, I really call myself. Because everything related to the mind is what either drives us or what will actually pull us back.
Hmm.
So, what happens is that every time you have a disempowering thought, you will create a disempowering emotion.
Hmm.
And every disempowering emotion is going to drain your energy. And every day when you do this, what's going to happen? Mental resilience is out of the window.
Yes.
So now, yeah, and then we come to emotional balance or emotional intelligence also. Our most of us are hijacked by our emotions. Like if you say something good to me, I feel good. Tomorrow, the next second somebody says something, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. Your whole day is like a yo-yo.
Hmm.
There is no balance. If there is no balance, so imagine your foundation is so weak, then
Hmm.
how are you going to make any empowered decisions in your life when the foundation is so weak?
Hmm.
So when you start understanding spirituality, like this is the first, it's like you could take it as a practice or a tool, is learning how to clean up that garbage,
Hmm.
learning how to clear the clutter, off your mind, off your emotions, what is not required. And when you clean that up, you know what happens? You get a clean slate.
Hmm.
When you get a clean slate, then on that, if you write something positive, that will have an effect in your life. I have seen in years of working with people, I've had somebody who came to me who's been practicing, for example, some Buddhism or yoga for the last 10 years or something. And they come to me and they tell me, Monica, I'm still not happy.
Hmm.
So I'm like, why? So they ask me, why are you so happy? Well, anyway. So I'm like, it's very strange. I get these questions. So what happens is that what they do is like this garbage can is full. Then on top of this garbage can, you are burning agarbatti sticks, or you are burning incense, or you're putting flowers, which is all this the yoga and the this and the that and everything. So for some time, that incense and the fragrance will come, because you can't do yoga 24 hours a day, you can't do meditation 24 hours a day. So the point of time that you're doing it, you will feel good, but then again you go back to the garbage and the smell and the stench, because you're not clearing up what needs to be addressed
Hmm.
in your mind, in your emotions. You need to clean it up. After that, when you do yoga, after that when you do meditation, after that when you do whatever positive affirmations, anything that you do, the effect of that will be thousandfold. Like it will show in your energy, it will show in your aura, it will show. It's like, it's like, I know, like whenever I talk to somebody, everybody tells me that, they feel better after talking to me, or they get something. So it's like what you put in is what is going to show outside.
True.
So I guess, yeah, so that's
Yeah.
like one of the best
So,
ways
like,
to.
yeah, definitely. So the thing that you pointed out now is the clutter, the no, the
Yes,
thoughts
yes,
and the patterns. Like we run into a loop,
yeah,
chalta
yeah,
rehta hai. Like there are a million thoughts. So, as we started with the foundation of grounding and maybe tapping into your authentic self, the inner, the divine
yes,
that we have, and it's a journey. As we said, it's not a destination. So it's a
yes,
process. So first
Yes.
step is around just decluttering, like creating space, for
Yeah.
good things to show up, for you to notice and acknowledge that. So having said that, like a major part of our life we spend at our workplace with our clients or maybe our
Yes.
teams, and even at home we are with our team, our family. So conflict is something that inevitable when it comes to
Yes.
relationships. So
Yes.
how
Yes.
spirituality and these practices that you have been following and teaching helps them with the awareness, and how it can help them resolve such kind of conflicts on a day-to-day basis.
Conflict.
So yeah.
Yeah. Conflict is a part of life. So what happens is in a conflict, most of us, because of lack of awareness, you come from your ego mind.
Hmm.
It's ego. It's like I said, she said, you said, I'm better, you're useless, I'm, right, you're wrong, whatever
Yeah.
that is. Okay. So when you put on, like, I'll start calling it, Ranjini, like your spiritual lens, for example,
Hmm.
when you, spirituality is just like looking at the world with a spiritual lens. So when you come from a spiritual lens, you do not address the conflict from ego.
Hmm.
You tend to respond rather than react. So it is like, let me give you an example. Like, there's a traffic jam, for example, and you're standing right there. And people are bickering and fighting with each other. You move your car, and then, everyone's in it, like totally in it, you know. Now just go to a higher place, like a mountain top.
Hmm. Hmm.
From the mountain top, now look at that traffic jam.
Hmm.
You are going to find that whole fun. I mean, normally I reach there, but I find the whole situation very funny. But on top of that, I also understand that I can so easily resolve it. When you
Yeah.
have that higher perspective, you're like, okay, if this car moves a little bit here, if this car goes here, the whole conflict will get resolved. So, in the
Yes.
same way, when you want to resolve a conflict, you have to come from a different perspective. You have to, this is something that I teach a lot, Ranjini, which is called effective questions.
Hmm.
So, when you are in the middle of a conflict, rather than the I said, you said, I'm better, you're worse, right, wrong, rather than that, you can ask yourself, how can this conflict be resolved in a way that is effective for everyone?
Hmm. Yeah.
If you ask yourself that question when you are in a conflict, the way you will handle that question with, that conflict will only change. And you
Yeah.
will, and you will resolve that conflict in a way which I have seen so many times, which will empower everyone actually.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I think this is one quality great leaders have, like when it comes to really the perspective side. You said the leaders have a different perspective of really not being part of the problem. No, I often tell my children, like, be
Yeah.
part of the solution. Whatever you're doing, be part of the solution side of it. Rather, if you're not there, then you're part of the problem even if you're not contributing.
True, true. Actually, the thing is, what I realized over the years is that, nowadays also in WhatsApp, we get so many messages, this, that, like as you're saying, be part of the solution. Very true. But over the years, when I have worked with people, I realized that they do not know how. Everybody says do this, everybody says be happy, everybody says be positive, but nobody is teaching you how to do it in an experiential way. So like this effective questioning, for example. So now, I hope it is useful, and I hope it makes sense that
Yeah,
next
yeah.
time if anybody is in a conflict, just ask this question: how can I use this conflict to solve it in an effective way, which will actually maybe empower everyone,
Hmm.
and you
Yeah.
will find a beautiful solution in this.
True, true. So, anyways, this is a complete no topic to explore
Yeah,
when it
very
comes
much
to the
deeper, as you
questions
said.
that you said.
Go much deeper.
But
Yeah.
to to for the conversation perspective, I would say, like, tell us some rituals that you have or you teach or you practice. Know that the self awareness can be built and your ability to be spiritual You can expand that.
Uh, I like that, you know. I mean, as I mean, considering it's an ability to be spiritual, I never thought of it like that. But okay, yeah, nice. So, see, as I said, practice makes perfect.
Hmm.
Whatever you practice every day, you will become.
Hmm.
If you practice being lazy every day, not moving every day, you will become
Hmm.
lazy. If you practice being active every day, you're going to become active, even if you're not. You know, it's like taking one step every day. So, okay, let me give you, most of us, when we get up first thing in the morning, check our phones.
Hmm.
I have asked, I cannot tell you how many people I've asked this, and I get that. Yeah, I get up and I check my phone. Are there any messages? Are there any mails? No. So, the first practice that you need to bring into your life to connect to yourself, as I said, you are the most important equity in your life,
Yes.
and you are the best investment in your life. So, instead of checking your phone and messages, the first thing that you're going to do is make yourself a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you have in the morning,
Hmm.
and go and sit in your balcony.
Hmm.
No phone, no laptop, nothing. Just you and that cup of tea or coffee. If you don't have a balcony, go and sit near a window. If you have a veranda and a porch, go and sit outside in the veranda and the porch. You know, because nature is a very important and part of us. Like our body has all the elements of nature: the water, the air, the earth. But again, so the first way to connect with yourself is connecting with nature
Hmm.
and also connecting with yourself. So spend 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes if you can. I know it's very difficult for people to do that initially, but yeah. So buy a window in a balcony and just look out. Try not to think about your to-do list. Try not to think about what I have to do today, who I have to do, what I have to make for lunch, where I have to go. No, don't think about that. Look outside, find something. Look at the clouds, look at the trees, hear the birds, find some beautiful flowers. If you have a garden, you know, go and pick a flower and, you know, maybe just feel the petals on your skin.
Yeah.
But just do this. And I am a very experiential coach. You know, Ranjini, I don't believe in like knowledge is like, you know, we can live and die many lives and we'll never be finished with the knowledge. But
True.
experience, so if you bring even this one practice into your experience, it will change your life.
Hmm.
It will. And the second thing, I'm going to share three tips or tools that y'all can practice. One is this. The second thing that you can do is in the night before going to sleep, just say thank you.
Hmm.
Just thank you for this beautiful day, or thank you for my breath, thank you for whatever. Just
Hmm.
a thank you. Because when you say a thank you in the night before sleeping, it it will, you know, it will go through your subconscious mind in the night, through your body, through your mind, through everything. It will relax, it will, you know, you will, it will just make you feel good.
Hmm. True.
Because even when we are sleeping, we are stressed, our mind is working, it is not relaxed.
Yeah.
And an unrelaxed stressful mind cannot produce creative solutions. Correct? Okay.
True.
And another thing that you can all do at work is, okay, let's do it. It's just close your eyes, okay,
Yeah.
and just close your eyes and take a deep breath through your nose and breathe out through your mouth for a longer breath. Again, take a deep breath through your nose, breathe in and breathe out through your mouth. And another deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. That's it. And open your eyes. Now, this is something that everyone can do at work. And it's not to be done once, it's to be done every 1 hour if you're very stressed, every 2 hours, every 3 hours. Just do this.
Hmm.
So what this practice does is we are, our energy is scattered in the whole day. It's going here, it's going there. It will bring you back
Hmm.
to you. Like, how
Hmm.
did you feel? You just did it.
Yes, this is, it's a pause.
Yeah.
It's a pause in all the chaos, and you can just, it's a very beautiful way to, really catch yourself, and like, and
Yeah.
in the
So
chaos that is going on.
yeah. So imagine if you do this every 1 hour.
Hmm.
Your mind will automatically start becoming calmer. That's it. Nothing. And I think it's more like a reboot,
Yes.
you know, like a restart or something.
Yes,
And
and it's a place where you can have the access to, like, connecting, as we were talking about spirituality, just
yes,
being with myself, like, not just running around, and it's like, as you said, scattered thoughts
yeah,
everywhere, energy is everywhere, so bring it
yes,
together, you know in that
yeah.
no
Because you are making such important decisions at work. You are growing. There is a major part of your life is at work. If you're stressed all the time at work, work is not going to be enjoyable. You won't get creative solutions. How are you going to grow? How are you
Hmm.
going to achieve anything?
Yes. So taking that timely pause, and as you said, be open to thinking in the morning with the nature, like, you connecting
Yes,
with your own. It's a place to connect with yourself, connect
yes.
with the nature, and it's like, it's not no conscious way of doing it. It's just being there,
Okay.
and the gratitude part you said in the while you sleep is like, it really gives you, if you can, it can give you a very beautiful and peaceful sleep, and
Yes.
really, you will know much better when you wake up, because I also do, no since I'm hearing it from you, but I just do it for,
Yeah.
I've learned this from one of the healing courses I did. So I
Okay.
am, because I don't have the time to do in the daytime, so I do it while sleeping, so that I have that peace and calm when I'm no sleeping.
Yeah.
Say the thank
Yes.
you to everything around me, like, who everything that I can, till I, maybe I'll fall asleep, but I'll keep thanking everything for the day and in the around.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
beautiful. I mean, that you doing that is, I mean, I do teach a more in-depth practice like this, more with the thank you connected to the body and all. But for now, this really works. It does
Yeah.
work.
And it has helped me to negate, or not negate, I would say, neutralize the noise in my head.
Yes.
It,
Yes.
and so sometimes some thoughts, as you said, disempowers you. So I'm just
Yes.
trying to, it's a practice that helps me neutralize it, like, it doesn't impact me. I'm empowered, I'm peaceful, I'm calm. So beautiful. And as you said, it's an experience. I'm also experiential, because I appreciate, and I carry
Yes.
what I experience more than what is, no
Yeah.
said, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I always say information, as I said, is available to everybody at the drop of a hat. So, information is what we get from all sources. What we keep with ourselves is knowledge. Okay, but knowledge is useless till you do not, it's like knowledge plus experience.
Mhm.
I can read in a book how to ride a cycle, for example. But till I don't go out there and ride the cycle, how am I going to experience it? So,
Yes.
knowledge plus experience is equal to wisdom, because then you will become wise. Okay, this is the knowledge, I put it into experience, and then that becomes your wisdom. And wisdom, yeah, leads you to your power,
Hmm.
makes you powerful.
True. We often say, and I often put it in a way, like, applying the knowledge that you have, not just
Yes,
having information. Apply that, it then only it can give you some benefit of, investing your time in, learning about it.
exactly. Of what is the point? I mean, I hear somebody has climbed Mount Everest. I've got the knowledge and the information, but how is that my experience? It is of no relevance to me till I don't go and do that. Because every experience, Ranjini, on a spiritual front, I would like to say, every experience is your truth.
Hmm.
There is no right and wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody's experience of climbing Mount Everest could be something, somebody else's experience of climbing Mount Everest could be something else, but both of them are their truths for themselves.
Hmm. It's their journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Like it's getting deep as I'm talking. Like no, I'm getting deeper. My I can
Yeah.
really see my daily routine and know how I'm
Yes.
spiritual. My capacity of being with me, connecting with me on a daily basis is what I'm trying to introspect. With you. So beautiful. Like if half hour could give you so much of insight. Like what else you do? Like what is there you have to offer the audience who's listening to you? What would be a
uh,
closing message? Tell us how people can find you.
okay. Okay, so I'm available on my website, that is www.thespiritualsolutions.com. I will
Mhm.
also put that in the comments. I'm also on Instagram with the same handle, at the rate the spiritual solutions. I have also written a book called No Questions Asked, No Answers Found, available on Amazon. And I also have a Spotify account. I'll put in the details in the comments.
Yeah.
And I also have a YouTube channel, which I keep posting stuff on. So it's more like a mission. It's for me. It is spirituality is more like a mission. It's a more of a way to live. Like whatever you may believe in, whoever you may believe in, the God, the light, divine power, source energy, we are not meant to live in stress and unhappiness and depression and sadness. We are meant to live in our power.
Hmm.
And when you connect to that power, your life trajectory changes. I
Hmm.
mean, mine has changed, I can tell you. Really, I wouldn't even be doing this, I would say, if I hadn't, because you, like as I said, you are a human on this planet
Hmm.
Earth, but you are also a being. We
Beautiful.
have become very to do people. We have stopped being. We are not being anymore. So, that mindful, that practice that you do in the morning is going to bring you back into being. You are a being. You are an eternal source of light. You are limitless. You are infinite. Now, imagine every day if you get up and you tell yourself this,
Yeah.
you can definitely achieve a lot more than telling yourself that, oh my God, I'm not good. I'm not equipped.
Yeah.
I'm not skilled. I'm not blah, 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 whatever, So, I teach spirituality for entrepreneurs and professionals.
Hmm.
This is mindfulness practices that you can do much more, like what I have shared here, and mindset shifts of how to clear the clutter of the and the garbage of your mind,
Hmm.
and also mindful shifts that you need, that you have to bring into your life as an experiential thing, as I'm saying, when you go to your workplace or even in your personal life. Or see, because we are one human being, but to live a wholesome life, everything needs to be balanced: your work, your career, your money, your family, your relationships, your health. So this is a program that I do called Spirituality for Entrepreneurs and Professionals. There's another this is an online course. It's a 5-week course that you can do by yourself. And but after that course, because I would love for you to get the results, I do a live call, because I address questions. And I mean, I've seen that most of us pick up online courses, we never complete them.
Yeah.
They are just there. One feels that, but since I bought it, it's done. But you got to do it, you know. So, so I also do a live call after that. I have another program which is called the Incredible You, which is a very
Hmm.
systematic program which you can log on to the hub, and it has personality assessments. It's got assessments for your limiting beliefs and blocks. You've got to just tick them out, and we meet on Zoom every week.
Hmm.
And it's a step by step 10-week program, again, that shows you how to go deeper in a systematic fashion.
Yeah.
It gives you a blueprint at the end of the program. It also chalks out one goal that you would like to achieve in the coming year,
Hmm.
because when we are our empowered self is only when we can achieve our goals.
True.
you know
True.
so
True.
it actually first talks out what are your limiting beliefs. And then what I do with those limiting beliefs, we give you the opposite belief of that, like
Hmm.
the opposite empowered sentence to that. And since I am also a certified subconscious mind trainer, so I
Hmm.
know how to embed it into your system.
Wow.
So I teach, and I give you the practices what you're supposed to do to get it into your system. These are two programs. There is one which I'm coming up with, I'm very excited about, Ranjini, and that is about intuition.
Wow.
you know and I'm going to be teaching you how to start developing your intuition in an experiential way. As I said, not knowledge you'll find all over. you know
Yeah.
I was listening to some interviews, long time ago, of Warren Buffett and Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, and one thing that they all three said that they rely on in their work is their intuition.
Intuition. Yeah.
you know
True.
and it and it's a skill, it's a muscle. Actually, intuition is a muscle. I'm very intuitive. I know. I mean, maybe I'm born like that, I guess. But I just know so many things. But again, as I said, practice makes perfect. Then
Yeah.
I practice it more and more. That now I know. It's like, if you ask me, should you go on this road or should you go on this road? I don't need to ask anybody where to go. I know where I have to go.
Hmm.
You know, which sometimes even my mother tells me, you don't ask. I'm like, but I know. Our mom. But yeah, because I just know. And how do I know? So this is something that a lot of people approach me. So I'm going to be doing this in an experiential way to
Hmm.
develop that intuition muscle. Like
Great.
how when you go to a gym, your muscles develop once you practice. So your intuition will develop, and it's going to really change the way you look at things, change the way you make decisions and what you do. So that is one program that I'm going to be starting probably in May.
Hmm.
and um, and there are small, and I also do one-on-one spiritual mentorship,
Wow.
which is for 6 months, 9 months, or a year, depending
So,
on how far you want to go.
so
you
helping
know
people take a path where they are, taking their
yes.
spiritual path for, self-discovery and eventually, experiencing excellence and happiness and success and all of it, what we generally strive for, you know.
Yeah, because a lot of people have this idea that spirituality is, that you've got to sacrifice things, and it's not about richness and it's not about wealth. It is 100% spirituality, and 100% wealth
Yeah.
is
So
equal to your life.
it's like, finding and living your best version, the best self.
Yes, absolutely. Finding your highest potential.
Yes.
And
And
right now, because you're not connected to yourself, you are not connected to your potential.
yes, and no, and performing or maybe delivering at your highest purpose, like where you are here for. So it's a discovery to make, and really keep exploring that side of you. And it's a high time, like with the kind of how the world is moving and how our
Exactly.
lives are. It's time that no, it's not for the babas and the gurus only.
No,
It is
no,
for
not at all.
everybody.
It's
We
for
can tap
everybody.
into that.
And we
Yeah.
are all spiritual, we just don't know it. We are all, it's like nobody's here forever. And whatever time is a resource that you use, but we are still eternal, and we just don't know it. Once you start bringing that into your being, once you start bringing it into your vibration, it just changes you, you know, it does.
So thank you so much. We can keep talking about this and maybe
I
spend
know.
hours, but
Ranjini.
I would like to, pause here and thank you. I would be sharing all the details what Monica shared in the description of this video, how people can connect with her and her programs and everything to catch up and continue this exploration with you. And we may connect again for another topic. There's so much
Sure.
to talk about and share, and
Yes.
it was such. It was like for me it was like I can talk for hours, like that was the topic. Thank
Yeah.
you for
It's
being
it's
here,
never ending, it's a journey as it is.
and
Yes.
take care, and I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you for having me, Ranjini, and see you soon.
Yeah, take care.